Morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. This is Angela, and I have got questions for you. How did it open? I know it closed with Miss Nola Darling in front of a self-portrait. Do you know what I'm talking of Nola Darling? If it's a self-portrait, of course, it's Nola Darling. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about She's Gotta Have It! Season 1. We don't know how many seasons there are going to be, but this is episode 1 of the Netflix series, She's Gotta Have It. The jump off. Hashtag the jump off in parentheses doctrine. This is who I am, what I do, why I do it. So yay, I got to watch 2 episodes yesterday, so I got notes for 2 episodes yesterday. I took notes as I went. So anyway, I like it. I like it. And I saw somebody who's like, I never liked Nola Darling, and I don't like Nola Darling, but I like everything else about you. I like Nola Darling. I don't dislike her. What's not to like? She just out here trying to do the best she can, just like everybody else. Okay. I guess some people I don't like, but I like her. So far, so good. So I love this white picket fence headboard. It's funny to me because, you know, some people say that they dreamed of a white picket fence. She already got her white picket fence, and she got candles on her white picket fence, and it's her headboard. And she said she don't believe in Miss Nola Darling in one word labels. If you gonna label me, you better put some more words in them labels. Don't just be calling me black. Call me a black woman with natural hair. Put some add some stuff to the label. Don't just be calling me one word labels. Okay. So I'm so excited. The music is so there's some very Spike Lee joint music that's reminiscent. I think his father did a lot of the composition and music in, some of his films, a lot of his films, the films that I've seen. I love the pictures in the intro of different people in Brooklyn, different scenes in Brooklyn or whatever. I love the pickup line montage. So we, get this sense that, Nola is an attractive woman and gets a lot of attention from men and from women. And then that thing where it's like, it is covered, the words are coming out of the mouth. It's visually, there are the moments where it's kind of like, I feel like, oh my gosh, it's a Spike Lee joint. I can feel the Spike Lee-ness of it. It's sort of like, it's a humor he has. Like I remember I can't remember what film it was, but he had that big old moon up there. It's kind of like theatrical, but in a way that you don't expect on the screen. But anyway, so we meet Jamie Overstreet, and I was feeling the character, and it was kind of exciting. I don't know how long it's been since I've seen the film, but it was like some of the stuff felt familiar, and it felt like, ooh, this is the movie, but then it's a TV show, and I was just excited. But I like the Jamie Overstreet character immediately. The Mars Blackman character, I was excited to see him. Nola talking about, it took a while for me to invite you up to my place because I don't just let anyone in here. So is Mars a nickname? I'm like, Negress, you got the man in your house. You're saying it take you a while to invite somebody up to your house because you don't let somebody up there, everybody up there, and you don't even know what his name is? I think you contradicted yourself, Mama. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe a long time for her is different from maybe a long time meant she waited 2 weeks to, I don't know. So yeah. So then, this the whole scene, he was talking so fast I missed it, but he was like, is James Brown, is Al Green? I caught on too late to get it, and I was like, huh? But I'm like, wait, I think that was funny retroactively. And we see Nola's artwork. That was really exciting. And I don't know what a K2 is, but Nola asked Mars if he's smoking K2. Is that a new drug? And I do not see her attraction to Mars. At this point in the episode, he is not that funny to me at all. I bought the Spike Lee Mars character, I guess, immediately from what I remember. But this guy, I was kind of like, she gonna have sex with him? Why? I don't understand. Okay, so then we see the Greer character. He talking about go Greer. I loved his character. He says hashtag Greer Charles, if you so desire. And, in his seduction scene, and he folded up his clothes as he go. She rolling her eyes. Greer loves him some himself. So that whole thing was funny to me. And I could see, I could kind of see the attraction to him and the whatever. Nola takes photos. We see she teaches children. She walks dogs, because there's a question about how she's supporting herself. And then we see this thing. So it's like, I guess she got a hustle going on. We see this interspersed with her painting. Then Clorinda Radford, we meet her, and I forget her name later on, but she's a recurring character, Clorinda. And this is the friend who was her roommate, but then they had a falling out because it's hard living with people, and different people have their different lifestyles, and you may agree or understand or not agree or be comfortable with it or not, but they're still friends. And she has some issue, Clorinda Bradford, with Mars Blackman. So I guess we'll see that unfold as the episode goes on. And then we find out that Nola went to Pratt Institute. Go Nola! She's having drinks with friends, and then this scene is like one white friend and two black friends. So we see that I guess we get the impression that Nola is a friendly kind of person. She got all kinds of friends. And the playlist is interspersed with the show. So after they play music, they're showing you the album cover, or I guess that's like old-fashioned language. But some of these things were actually album covers, but all of them aren't. But that's kind of fun. I enjoyed that. I'm not really like a music-oriented person like that, but they was playing. The music was good. I like the music. Okay, so then we see... we find out that Nola shares a birthday with Malcolm X. So I think that's interesting. Is Malcolm X, was it May 19th? Is he a Taurus? Is she a Taurus? Taurus? Yeah. So I'm like, I think she's a Taurus, but I have to do some more research. Okay, so then we see Jamie Overstreet, and he's bringing art supplies and cake to Nola for her birthday, and Mars calls while Jamie is there, and he wants to take her on a birthday bike ride, and she like, boy, it's too late, talk to me later, she hang up, then he call her back, and she laughing at him, and Jamie is getting kind of annoyed by it. But he gets over his annoyance quick, and I like that. That's some grown man stuff. Yeah, you don't own, yeah. And then he shares a poem that he wrote with her. Then the next scene is we see Mars cracking up as baby girl has shared the poem that Overstreet wrote for her with Mars, and he's like, that poem ain't nothing. Here's my poem. It's good. His rap ain't no good. And he say something about she a freak and he a freak. And then Nola's like, wait, hold on a second. Don't be referring to me as no freak. And he like, I'm a freak. And, I fly my freak flag high. And then we don't see that anymore. So I'm thinking, oh, she about to put his behind out because she did not like that. And then we see the investment banker, Jamie, on the phone. And he's at work in a suit and he's calling. And then we see Nola and Mars freaking. So I guess she liked it, she loved it, and he turned her on. And then we see Jamie texting Nola. He's like, Nola, I called twice. Where are you? And then we cut back to Nola and Mars, and they're still freaking. And then we're back to Jamie trying to check his phone. Like, he done text her, and then he looking like, he trying to work, but he like, did she text back? And then we see Nola and Mars having a nasty good time. And then we see Mars, and then we click back to Overstreet. Then we click back to a coital Mars trying to move in. Like, my shoes would fit real good down here. And then... she like, boy, you ain't moving in my place, whatever. And then he's telling her about jobs he had. She like, well, if you got so many jobs, then why don't you have your own place? Why don't you have any money? What's up? And he like, oh, I'm trying to do something. He's saving his money for something. And I was like, oh, is he saving money? He could be saving money and just look like foolishness. You can't judge a book by its cover. Then we see Nola, and she's we find out that she's a movie file. She's really into movies. With Greer, am I your one and only? I don't know what that means. But anyway, Jamie, Greer is like, am I your one and only? No, boo. And then Jamie is like, what about me? What about my flow? And Nola is like, what about your other two flows? So, I guess, is it unwise? He's married. But I was kind of like, oh, he got two other flows. She don't care nothing about that. So he need to not, we all free flowing around here. So don't be trying to control me, Mr. Jamie Overstreet. You got 2 other people to deal with and worry about. And then Jamie is like, you know, it's complicated. And Nola is like, exactly. And then we see Jamie, he leaving, he mad. And then we see Nola with her friend, the one who was her roommate. She's moved in down the street. And I realized, oh, Jamie Overstreet is her patron. Like, he's, you know, he brought her art supplies, but he also helps. He's like he helped pay the bills. And she's like, no, he's not my sugar daddy. That's what Nola is saying to her friend, her roommate, her friend down the street. She's like, he takes care of me. And I'm like, well, all right, girl. And then we have an incident of street harassment where a guy is kind of catcalling her, hey, baby, hey, baby. And it escalates to him grabbing her and her escaping. And as she's like rushes away and is running, he cussing her out. Oh, F-U, B-I-T-C-H. I didn't want to, your ugly behind, your stink pussy or whatever. And she shook up and she's crying. And then there's like a montage with her saying, my name isn't this, my name isn't this, my name isn't this, my name isn't this. And she's working on an art piece, like a black and white image with red letters over it. And when she's doing that piece, it really reminded me, my favorite poem is a poem by June Jordan. I'm not really a poetry person, but I love this piece. It's called Poem About My Rights. And there's a part in it where she says, my name is my own, my own, my own. And I can't tell you something, but anyway, there's a line in there that says, my name is my own, my own, my own. And it always reminds me of people who name their children like I own her, like I own her, my own, my name is my own, you know. Ooh, that would be a pretty name, my own. I never thought about that, but anyway. And then we close with her in front of a self-portrait, and she's like, my name is Nola Darling. And that's the end. So thank you so much for clicking on the video and sticking around. I'm Angela. Again, the channel is Be Fabulous You. Share, like, comment, subscribe. Are you watching it? Are you loving it? It's great. I think it's fabulous. I'm enjoying it. Whoop, whoop. Today is the best day ever. You are the greatest. You are the #1 you. So be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. You see Bella? This is Bella, the video vixen. When she hear me say that, she know the video is over. And sometimes I leave, but I'm not leaving, so she got used to it now. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Uh-oh, she up. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Yeah, who you gonna be? Who you gonna be but you, boo? Bye.